Can you see it? There's a little button. On the other side of the gun, there's this little teardrop shaped piece. Okay, you see that? Yeah, okay. What I have to do is I have to push on this side and push it partially out. Can you see? I've pushed it partially out. And rotate it like that. Now that unblocks the slide from being pushed back. So let's just see. The gun is cocked. I push, and I push, and I lift, and off it comes. And there we are. That's what we've got. This is the spring that's holding everything up. It's quite a firm spring. It's held on its own little carrier with a circlip on the end. There we are, a little circlip so it doesn't go pinging off across the room, which has happened on more than one occasion to me. This is the top slide, which is just a casting. Quite heavy metal, but it's obviously some kind of alloy that they've painted. What can you say? Well, it's a nicely made casting. It's a shame that they decided to coat it in this very, very thick black paint, because it means all the edges are sort of, there's no sharp edges to this. And when I say that, I don't mean, it's not crisp. It's all like it was moulded out of plastic in a way, because everything's coated and all the edges are softened off. Anyway, that's just an aesthetic judgment. If you look at the rest of it, there's not much to say. This is the barrel assembly in a plastic shroud. You can see the barrel itself is the inner ring there, and it's covered in this plastic shroud. And this here is the gas mechanism. The hammer comes forward, hits this pin here, releases an amount of gas through this little valve hole here, which is pressing against this side of the magazine. And if I put this in, I'm taking a bit of a risk here. Well, okay, you can see what's going to happen. You see the magazine coming up. It will line up nicely between the end of the barrel and the end of the gas valve. So that's the gun stripped down. To reassemble it, you have to put the spring back first, and that's a bit of a bind because you can see it doesn't locate very well. It just flops around. So you've got to be a little bit clever and careful about putting it back together again. Get that little bit aligned first, then try and get the barrel over the slide. Anybody who's watched any of my other videos have probably had a good laugh at me trying to do that with a genuine Baikal copy of it's not even a copy, a Baikal made Makarov pistol, when it's really a struggle to get the slide back on. This is not so bad. The tolerance is better. Then all I have to do is push it back, lock it on the rails like that. Okay, there it is, it's locked on the rails, and then I just push this little teardrop piece back, it clicks, and there it is. And what I'm going to do, the hammer is back, I'm going to decock it like that. So now it's perfectly safe. Don't forget, all the time I've been doing this, it's got gas inside it. Right, okay, well that's pretty much all I can tell you. Any other details? Well, the rubber grip area around here is absolutely fantastically made. I mean, I'm sure that the real Beretta pistol isn't any better than this. It's got this nice grained, sort of like lizard skin, raised dots grip area. It's rubber over moulded onto the polymer, and it's a beautiful job. It's got a little bit of a backstrap swell there. Can you see that? A little bit of a swell on the backstrap, which is grained. It's lovely. It really is a very, very smart gun. You must admit, it looks cool. It looks very, very cool, this gun. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go outside and shoot a test target with it and see what it comes up with in the accuracy stakes. And I'm going to use these dynamic triple P special pellets. Sorry, not that one. I don't know where that came from. These ones, which I've shown you before. They're really quite excellent things. There you are. Can you get that in camera? Can you hold it? Yeah, you can see. It's like a little bullet shape. It's flat at the front. It's like a little wad cutter. It's dished at the front, in fact. And they are designed specifically for CO2 pistols. So we're going to use those in our test. So let's go outside and see what this gun can do. Okay, here we are. We've got the gun in the clamp, lined up with the target at 7 yards, which is about a decent range for a plinking pistol, CO2 pistol. So let's just see what it'll do. Right, it's cocked. Here we go. Right, here we are back from the shooting test, and what have we got? Well, this is our target, and it's not bad at all. This is at 7 yards, don't forget. Let's have a proper look. What have we got? We've got one there, and the rest are in this rather jagged hole area here. So we've got an overall spread from there to there of about 1 inch, there to there about 1 inch, so it's a 1 inch triangle. That's really not bad for what is supposed to be a plinking gun at 7 yards. Okay, it's not a target gun, but the majority of the pellets, 4 of the pellets went into this little area here. Now that's pretty good going. I reckon that's pretty good. So I give that sort of a 7 out of 10 for accuracy. I know that the ammunition is good. The PPP, triple P pellets that I keep going on about, I've tried them. They go in any CO2 gun. They really are very, very good indeed. They're consistent and accurate. You can use lead pellets in this gun if you want to. It'll digest pretty much anything. The magazine design, very, very clever. You can mix and match all different sorts of pellets in there. You can use up any of your old scraps, whatever you want to do. It'll just accept them and shoot them. All in all, I think this is a pretty good gun. It's let down by the fact that you can't operate the slide, but as long as you're prepared to give that up, it works in every other way pretty well. The trigger pull double action, as I say, is a little bit heavy for me, but the single action let off is very, very good, so that kind of compensates for it. So all in all, a very, very nice little CO2 gun, very original the way it's been put together. The Russian company Umarex, watch out for what they do in the future. I think they're going to be a major player in CO2 pistols. It might give Umarex something to worry about if they're going to come up with guns of this quality on a consistent level. Anyway, that's my review of the Umarex copy of the Beretta A9000S. Thank you for watching.